importance of diversity and inclusion also teaches them the importance of their individuality and gives them permission to embrace their own uniqueness. This topic heals all those involved. There's a popular saying that was shared among my peers in education in South Korea. I become more of who I want to be every time I read a book. As an educator, I want that for you. Inclusion is acknowledgement. It's connection. It's an I see you. It's you can sit with us. It's I believe in you. True inclusion not only heals, but it empowers both those who witness and those who experience. As a global educator, I challenge you to not only read this book, but to slather on the learnings like lotion and wear them daily. Read each section of the book and ask yourself, how will I live this today? Live your learning. A good book will show you, but an impactful book will grow you. In this moment, no matter how old you are or where you are in your journey of lifelong learning, I am stepping in for your teacher and saying, I am so proud of you for taking such an important step toward your growth. I see you. You can sit with me. I believe in you. Hamia Drummond Bay, global educator, curriculum designer, and TED speaker. Introduction. The first time I vividly remember thinking about the impact of connection was May 29th, 1999. As a Nigerian, I was seated on my family couch in Eric Moore Towers, Surulere, Lagos, deeply captivated by the television screen. I imagine millions of other Nigerians were as well. We were about to transition into civilian rule for the first time since I was born. That's right, I was born into a dictatorship, and the regimes I witnessed were oppressive, to say the least. One of my earliest memories was when I was 3 years old. I heard many cries and groans of disappointment from people outside my family's compound because our recently held democratic election results had been annulled. Moshood Abiola, the man who was democratically elected by most Nigerians at the time, was denied victory. The uproar it sparked was so great that it led to another coup. We watched as another dictator took his throne on Aso Rock, which for those wondering is our equivalent of the White House. Everything I witnessed up until May 29, 1999, was what many would classify as classic authoritarianism: muzzling of the press, suppression of opponents, and countless human rights violations. In addition, many of Nigeria's 250-plus ethnic groups were vying for ethnic domination because they had been ingeniously excluded from positions of national leadership. Let's call this the gift of colonialism. All this led me to wonder what it was like to be seen, heard, and understood for who I really was. So as I sat there in the living room watching as General Abdul Salami Abubakar handed over power to Olusegun Obasanjo, a former military ruler himself, I wondered what type of leader it would take to bring a bunch of people who held different values and saw the world differently together. I wondered how he would get people to connect. Little did I know that my adventure was about to start. About a year after that inauguration, my dad's job as a diplomat began to take us all over the world. My first stop was Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso. Here I found myself as this skinny Nigerian kid with a thick Nigerian accent in a French-speaking country in an American school going through puberty. Yep. Even in a place where everybody felt different, I felt different. I sometimes felt like a fish out of water in Nigeria, but multiply that feeling by 100, and you might understand what it felt like for me to search for my voice in my new environment. I mean, this was the first time I remember seeing white people outside of my television screen. I had previously lived in Sweden during the dictatorship years, but I was a baby, so I don't remember anything from that experience. So yes, for all intents and purposes, this was my first time seeing people with different skin tones outside of my television screen. I looked around for ways to connect.